looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing, man? Oh man, do we have the interesting one for you. You've probably already seen most of these docs anyway, but they're new for me because, well, I wasn't here for the past, well, weekend because, celebrating with the wife and trying to live our best lives as possible. So a lot of this is going to be new to me. I'm also going to show Shara's video tonight. I'll be going over some of those documents in there and talking a lot about that. So if you're expecting some brand new release that hasn't been released, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. There isn't any great news out there that everything all of a sudden just happened. But some of these documents I haven't gone over yet. I've looked at them, read them, and just wanted to make sure that I was catching every single bit of it. And of course, like I normally do, commenting on it because that's what I do most of the time. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I don't want to disappoint you guys and make you think there's something weird or spectacular going on. I did come with a new song for the morning streams, but you'll have to wait until after midnight to get to see that. Now, if you were here this morning, you got to hear the song, but I've got a video to go along with it, and it's going to be good for the morning streams. And so glad no new releases. Yeah, we're very glad there's no new releases. It's the same old stuff. Hey, Vice Baby, how you doing? Good to see you, Connor. And I'll also be going over some of the old documents that we already know about, like this one, for example, tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but in 3 days. 3 days. Guess who has to be at the Levy County Courthouse for a deposition? Do you think they'll show? Do you think they'll show? That always the sort of the question there. If they're going to actually show on March the 6th, sort of makes it a bit of a conundrum. Yeah, but that's for like those for like the breaks and stuff like that. I put a new video out that I think it's either getting released at 12:15 or midnight tonight, something like that. But yeah, it should be coming out. And members only will be able to get to see it, and you want to hear it. Oh, see, now you're wanting me to tease you just even more. But wait until, if you're a member, you get to see it at midnight. If you're not a member, you'll get to see it at about 1 o'clock, because 1 o'clock it will. Well, no, you'll get to see it now if you're a member. Yeah, you get to see it now if you're a member. If you're not a member, 12:15 will be released. Everybody will be able to see it. Everybody will be able to see it. And sometime thereafter, I'll have it loaded up as like my trailer, because I think that's a good way to go. Give you guys something to listen to in the mornings. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Welcome from Scotland, Tricky Nicky. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So just a few days. And tomorrow, is that right? I think it's tomorrow. Let me double check on that. I think it's tomorrow that the judge actually ordered. Double check. I think that's right. Oh, yeah, that is correct. So, right there, no later than 5 p.m. Provide such documents to the plaintiff no later than 5 p.m. on March 4th, 2025. And there it is. There is the piece that you're going to be everybody is waiting with bated breath to see if they actually release it. All of those documents that are being requested, are they going to say no? I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, how much do you think a lawyer likes to get sanctioned? I don't know. I did get a chance to catch Jeremy's stream today. Yes, I did get to see that. And it sounds like that's going to be a very, very interesting deposition to read, to talk about, to review. We'll just wait until it comes out. Until then, we get to wait along with the rest of you fine folks. Everyone thinks I've got some like in or something. I really don't. I don't have any end to anything, but I do have this. I was able to get this from, God, where the hell did I get it from? Oh, Megan. Yes. Thank you. Megan actually sent me over a copy. Dang, good evening, fine sir. Good to see you. Yeah, I reached out to Megan. She sent this to me. So thank you very much, Megan. Tug for the editing on it. I looked it over and their editing was good. I did have I do have the full copy of it, which this is just the redacted version. As you'll see right up here, it says redacted. Haha. So I do have the redacted version of this. I really think Stark showed for his depo that he will have LP show for hers. I don't know. I don't know. Willie, do you think? It's hard to tell. I don't, like I said, I don't have any ends on these kinds of things. I would hope that she shows for a depo, because that would be a really bad thing if she didn't. I mean, because that becomes a really big problem. Just saying. And so this one here is the motion to compel discovery and for sanctions. And this right here, as you can tell by all the names that are involved, that this right here is for the thumbnail case. Yeah. Defendants Jeremy Hales, George, Larry Foreman, by and through undersigned counsel state on January 7th, 2025, plaintiff's counsel appeared at a deposition, Deuce Tectum, and gave a full deposition, a copy of the transcript, and signed errata sheet being attached here. 2 is Exhibit 1, signed an errata sheet, and 3, as an officer of the court, stated that he could not provide the documents requested in this subpoena, specifically all documents which support the claims made by you on behalf of your client via the complaint in this case, because our computer is down and I don't. I'm not lying about that. Stark deposition 8/12/99. On January 27th, 2025, the following exchange occurred at the deposition. Okay, I understand. All right. So do you have the lawsuit? Can we agree involves use of images of your client by several different defendants that you named? And the response is yes. there's a rumor out there that you're not an actual mayor. Well, you are a creature of the night, a demon in disguise, one that likes to crawl into little child's minds and scare them. He's the boogeyman. No, I love that. Oh, I love it. Not an actual mayor. By several different defendants that you named. Yes. Okay. Do you have any examples of the use of your client's image that would support your claims in this case? The answer was yes. I don't have them with me right now. I can't produce them immediately, but yes, we do have these images. And another question, do you paid actor? Exactly. He is a paid actor. Don't be fooled. Paid actor. Great actor. That's right, Cynthia. That's right. A great actor. Okay. Do you have any examples of the use of your client's image that would support your claims in this case? Yes, I don't have them with me right now. I can't produce them immediately, but yes, we do have these images. And question, would you agree to provide them to me? You were asked to in a subpoena today to bring them with you, and he says, "Oh, I don't have them. Our computer is down." And I'm not lying about that. I understand that's what I'm saying. Inaudible images. I understand. You go ahead. I will provide you with the images. And then you'll provide me with the images when your computer is back up. Answer, or as soon as possible. Yes. Start deposition 8/12/99. After the deposition at 12:20 on January 27th, 2025, the undersigned sent an email to Mr. Stark stating, I need a continuance. Dear Mr. Stark, thank you for appearing at your deposition today. At your deposition, you stated your computers were inoperable. My computers are down. But that if you would provide me with all the documents that you have in your possession in response to the subpoena, that you believe prove that your client has a valid claim as outlined in your lawsuit in this manner. You mentioned you had about 10 or so thumbnails. You said you would produce them as soon as possible. I am following up in your hopes that your computer is back up. Sincerely, Randy Shockett. Copy of this email is being attached to here is Exhibit 2. There was no response to that email. Acceptable. That would be happened. Also an underpaid mayor. Underpaid and oversexed? No, I'm just kidding. That was not proper. Start. Yes, it was. There was no response to that email. Accordingly, on January 28th, 2025, the undersigned sent an email to Mr. Stark stating, second time, Exhibit 2. They're just following up here. And there was no response on January 28th. January 29th, the court reported Connie J. Hunting sent an email to Mr. Stark attaching his deposition transcript and errata sheet stating, good morning, Mr. Stark. Attached, you will find your deposition transcription taken on January 27th, 2025. Please read and sign the transcript and make any corrections you may have on the errata sheet and sign and date it. Please email me the signed errata sheet to me and also to Mr. Shockett. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Kindest regards from the court reporter. A copy of this email being attached here to is Exhibit 3, and at 9:50 a.m. that same day, miraculously, January 29th, Mr. Stark responded, the court reporter and all the others. I was able to attach to the email the signed errata sheet stating, oh, here's the signed sheet. You have it. I have signed it. Scott Stark, attorney. A few minutes later, the undersigned responded to Mr. Stark as followed. Mr. Stark, in this transcript, you agreed to provide documents, and the only reason why you didn't produce them at the time was because you said your computers were down. Sending this email with this attachment shows you now have computer access. Please explain and let us know exactly when we can expect receiving the documents that you said existed at the time of your deposition. Thank you very much. See Exhibit 3. Well, 3 minutes later, Mr. Stark, of course, responded, and he says, our computer access is intermittent. We are sorry, but this is real life. It's ready to go. We need a new one, and my assistant and wife is shopping for one. You will get the documents realistically by the Monday, but by then we will have a new one. Scott Stark, see Exhibit 3. Well, that same day, it's really weird how people just keep getting brand new computers, isn't it? The same day, January 29, 2025, at 3:23 p.m., Miss Lindsay Polk, the judicial assistant for Judge Davis, wrote to Mr. Stark as follows. Mr. Stark, are you available to set this case for April 16th also? And copy this email being attached here to as Exhibit 4. Well, Mr. Stark responded at 3:47 p.m. on January 29th, 2025 as follows. Miss Polk, my computer is not working correctly. That is the reason for the large type. There were 2 hearings for February 5th, back-to-back. The sanctions hearing, the thumbnails case, and the other case, invasion case. Invasion case. The continuance should apply to both. There were 2 hearings for February 5th, back-to-back. The sanctions hearing, the thumbnail case, and in the other case, invasion case, some hearing as well. So the continuance should apply to both. 7 minutes later, Miss Polk replied, thank you for confirming. At 4:02 p.m., Mr. Stark's paralegal, Jane Stark, responded to Miss Polk again, alleging some computer issues. You are welcome. Have a great night. I am so over this computer. Gene Stark, paralegal. On Monday, February 3rd, 2025, 3 p.m., the undersigned wrote to Mr. Stark as follows. Mr. Stark, unless you tell me that your computers have been down since your deposition, please explain why you have not produced the documents that you said you would produce under oath of an officer as an officer of this code. If I don't hear from you by close of business tomorrow, I will seek urgent action before Judge Davis, including sanctions that are in addition to what is already accumulating. Please tell me this won't be necessary. And a copy of this email being attached here too is Exhibit 5. Mr. Stark's paralegal responded 3:26 the same day as follows. Her lawyer lied under oath during his deposition. Her liar lied under oath during his deposition. It's still Monday. Peace. Thank you. As of today, February 5th, 2025, absolutely nothing has been received. All of the discovery rules are to be construed to secure the just, speedy, and inexpensive determination of every action. Florida Statute 57.105 authorizes courts to award sanctions against parties who raise claims and defenses not supported by material facts, and it specifically provides that expenses, including fees and other losses, may be awarded for the assertion of or response to any discovery demand that is considered by the court to have been taken primarily for the purpose of unreasonable delay. And that's what it is, unreasonable delay. Having to go through all these ridiculous people. Well, and he also knows the game. That's the thing. He knows that they're playing a game that's going to end them with sanctions. Full and fair discovery is essential to the truth-finding function of our judicial system, and parties and non-parties alike must comply not only with the technical provisions of the discovery rules, but also with the purpose and spirit of those rules. Relevant facts should be the determining factor rather than gamesmanship, surprise, or superior trial tactics. Courts neither countenance nor tolerate actions that are not forthright and which merely delay and obfuscate, the discovery process. Surveys have found that although the civil justice system is not broken, it is in serious need of repair. In many jurisdictions, today's system takes too long and costs too much. Few practicing attorneys would be surprised that discovery was singled out as the primary cause for cost and delay, and often can become an end in itself. Furthermore, by some estimates, discovery costs now comprise between 50 and 90% of the total litigation costs in a case, and discovery abuse also represents one of the principal causes of delay, congestion. And here's the citations, provides the provisions under supplemental orders, gives all the quotations, omits the citations. The plaintiff's motion is clearly delay of discovery. Given the delay already, defendants requested plaintiff's counsel to produce responsive documents during the safe harbor period of Florida Statute 57105, but plaintiff's counsel refused to do so. Defendant's counsel certifies that a good faith effort was made to obtain the discovery request herein without court action, but has so far been without success. And the defendants respectfully request this court enter an order requiring plaintiff to produce responsive documents to the pending request for production, requiring plaintiff to pay an award under Florida Civil Statutes 1.380 for the defendant's reasonable expenses incurring in prosecuting this motion, including attorney's fees, granting sanctions against the plaintiff and her counsel, and for such further relief as the court deems proper. You always were, especially with that hatchet through your head. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Now I'm a sexy mayor. What, you saying you never were? You've always been a sexy mayor. 1-800 make damn, but just got a sex hotline. And of course, there's a certification for all of this. And let's look at these actual emails, because those can really provide a lot. Oh, here is the actual deposition. Gives you the time, the place, and it goes down here and it says direct examination. Ooh, love those. This deposition, the following pages constitute the deposition of Scott Stark, Esquire, taken at the instance of the defendants upon oral examination taken pursuant of notice 27th day of January, which we know somebody else that was deposed today, and appears they showed up, and there was lots of notes for that one. Ooh, getting your St. Patty's Day costume ready. I like that. If you guys haven't seen Mayor Dan's costumes, they're awesome. Just awesome. Just want to say the primo. There's none better. None better. The deposition being taken for the purpose of discovery, used at trial. And then it starts in on it. Mr. Shockett says, we are here on the record. Scott Stark is on the, he just hung up. Man, I really wish did you hear him a little bit? Court reporter, I heard like a little. We actually went over this deposition. Yeah, we've already gone over this deposition, and there was no excerpts out of it because it was a short deposition. It was only 15 minutes long. That particular deposition was only 15 minutes long. And let's see, we should have some emails here. It says that you are, this is just showing they were supposed to be there at January 27th at 10:10 a.m. All documents which support the claims made by you on behalf of your client via the complaint in this case. Now, I would think that if you don't show up with the document, show up with the damn computer. That way you can prove that your computer isn't working. That would be my order if I were a judge. Can't wait to send you a picture to Shizzy. Can't wait to see it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, always send those pictures. They're glorious. Mr. Stark, unless you tell me that your computer's... Yeah, so it's just basically the same stuff that we saw before. Thank you for appearing at your deposition today. Said you give them to me. Never got them. And then it says you sent it again. Still didn't get them. So it's just showing the receipts of, yes, every single thing that I said was true. And of course, there's probably going to be this right here, as you can see. And thank you for confirming. Bye bye. Wow, we got squeaks. And then, of course, that final one right there, as you can see, that's how he typed the thing out. And then the responses and a lot of redactions. Don't know what the redactions were, but doesn't matter. If they were redacted, you don't need to worry about them. So that's why he sent this out on the 27th, I believe, is when this was filed. I'll have to look. It should be at the top of one of these documents here. Usually at the very top. At the very, very top. Yeah, 12/28 is what time it was entered. And there you go. Your dad and sexy leprechauns, maybe? Yeah, we like the sexy leprechauns. So, yeah, that right there was the filing that happened. I believe it was Friday, showed up on Saturday or something of that sort. Like I said, I was spending time with my wife. So that file coming in was a little, just a little nutty, a little crazy. Seeing it, I was like, is that all that happened over the weekend? Which is surprising because if you notice that the attack on Jeremy has changed now. It's gone from doing it in the court, which they can only do so much of, to even ramping it up now in the 3D world, ramping it up on the YouTube or 2D world, whatever you want to call it. Started ramping it up on streams and started attacking just a little bit more. You got stupid Dave that decided he was going to delete 90% of his content. And yeah, that's not going to end well for him. Just, that's where it starts getting really weird. Yeah, lots of people attacking on left, right, center, and it just gets worse, worse, and worse. It's like they're digging a hole and they just haven't figured out, you dig far enough, you're going to hit water and then you'll just drown. Not enough paper for all our names. That's true. But yeah, it's gotten really, really crazy with all of this stuff. But again, they're supposed to be turning things over no later than 5 p.m. Central on March 4th, 2025. So it would make sense why Ducey hasn't been able to get in there and like really, collate everything all together, because he's supposed to be getting documentation. But I'm sure that he'll file some other ridiculous thing probably the day after, knowing him, because, well, he can't do anything like he's supposed to do. No. And it goes to show, because what I'm going to show you tonight is the same thing that we saw on with all of the other cases that Ducey's getting involved in. And what we have here, and these I got from Shara's Facebook. She does have them there, and also they're the same documents that she has in the video that we're going to be showing you here in a bit, which is quite a disturbing video. Yeah, so it's a little crazy. Now, what he says here is, if you want to engage in serious coverage of a serious matter in a serious way, this is why I'm potentially offering you the opportunity for. Bruce. Now, this is the same way that he was sending emails to me. He was sending me these kinds of emails saying that, I see you're jumping on the Hale's bandwagon. I wasn't on the Hale's bandwagon. That's the problem. I was just some guy that thought this was a really interesting case, started watching it, started seeing that there was, something here. I didn't know what it was at the time. I just thought it was some, kooky woman with a judge that was doing things that, and most common sense people were looking at it going, oh my gosh, you're not supposed to be, that judge is so wrong. So we got involved in this, me and a few other people, just watching it and talking about it and streaming it, and how crazy it was. And then all of a sudden we're getting these kinds of emails just like, well, you need to change your opinion on this. So you need to look at this thing from both sides of the story. Except they don't realize that we saw both sides of the story. We saw what was going on, where she's going after him and attacking him and calling him names. All throughout the whole deposition, we saw the actions that she was performing. Or if you're saying that that was performative and she wasn't doing that, that she was just playing a part. Well, that's amazing. That's really amazing, because everyone got to see the kind of person that she was, the lies that she was telling. It was an unedited, unredacted, videotape testimony, which there's going to be another one of those. Another unredacted, unedited testimony just like this one. Weird how that works, isn't it? And then, of course, you say, if you want to engage in a serious coverage of a serious matter in a serious way, this is why I'm potentially offering you the opportunity for. And of course, he says, if you received anything written constituting threats of litigation from Hales or his lawyers, I'd love to see it. Why would he want to see it? I'd be happy to give you my candid legal judgment. Of course, that's not any different than giving legal advice. I expect to assess it as complete bullshit, but I have to read it to be sure. So you're saying that anything that Shockett writes is complete bullshit, but that's of course your candid legal judgment, but it wasn't too candid. And again, he says he's been a lawyer for 27 years, and it is noted that 27 years with a pretty tarnished reputation. I can explain all the ridiculous errors in Megan Fox's article. Oh, really? Why would he be concerned about Megan Fox's article? How about he just do the research on his own like the rest of us did and see exactly what's being said? Well, of course, stupid Dave, he couldn't resist. Why couldn't he resist? Because that is how people act. And of course, if you zoom in on these right here, it says, again, Jeremy, really? I thought you had become educated on fair use the last time you did this to my channel, Mr. Hales. It sure would mean a lot if you released the claim on my video and not make me wait the 10 days like last time. Again, it is abuse of the YouTube copyright system to send out false DMCA. Well, only if you're told not to. See, you have to understand that I did something that I hadn't even thought about, which was with Shara, and because I am a little new to this kind of stuff, that I was like, you know what? I guess I should reach out to Shara and ask her permission. And she said, sure, just make sure that you provide a link for these videos. So make sure that you guys go and check out her channel. I've got it linked up right there where you can go check out her channel. The actual video is linked right there. Go check it out. Go get her sub counts up. Go get her watch hours up. Watch her videos. Choose for yourself. Again, is the abuse of YouTube copyright system sent out false DMCAs to silence those who criticize you? No, it's to silence those that might be defaming him. There's a big difference between criticizing somebody, me saying, oh, you did a horrible YouTube, you're a horrible person, Your content is garbage and nobody should be watching it, as compared to saying that you do things with that are inappropriate and ruin someone's business. That's where it becomes a big problem. Actions like this make me seriously curious what John Cook and Lynette have to say. You did hear they offered me an exclusive interview, right? Yeah, but the question is, are you going to ask the right questions? See, having an interview doesn't mean anything. And this is the problem with McVile PP and paint chips, is they can't seem to figure out how to ask the right questions. They don't ask questions, they demand. They demand an answer. And I'm done with them. I don't even respond to them because it's pointless to respond to them. Why would I need to respond to accusations? It means nothing. It's just them trying to work their way in, draw an audience, and do none of the research themselves. Because if they did the research themselves and actually spent some time looking over these kinds of all of the court filings, they might be oddly surprised at what comes out. Here would be my suggestion. If you really want to, if you really want to watch your channel take off, why don't you play all of the depositions? Why don't you go over all the depositions? I'm pretty sure that you could do the whole deposition like on your own channel. You could watch that whole thing and comment on it and tell people how wrong they are for believing the way that they are. See, I just gave you guys like at least 3 weeks worth of content right there. And maybe you'll come to the same conclusion that you already have, but at least you can say that you looked at both sides. Her video is awesome. Subbed and watched it. She clarifies all the nastiness that these are. Absolutely, Starzy. Actions like this make me seriously curious what John Cook and Lynette have to say. Well, all Middletown had to do is go and watch the videos and pull them up. I was just getting ready to move on from covering you. Really? See, that's the thing. It's not about covering a person. Cover the story. See, that maybe you should have covered the story. It wasn't all about one thing. Oh, well, it's like a good Lord wants my focus on your content for some reason. See, now that's a big difference between your content and you. Please, Jeremy, release the claim on my video and maybe try and work with a small creator for once instead of against them. I would say that Jeremy has worked with plenty of small creators. When I ran across Jeremy, I was below 1,000 subs. And it was because of the community. They liked the content that I was putting out. They got enjoyment. They were entertained. And yeah, Jeremy showed me to you and was kind enough to show up on my streams, but he didn't do the work. All I did was pull up the information and go on searching expeditions and spend countless hours and times of looking things over and figuring things out and forming an opinion. It's me that put that work in to have you wonderful people enjoy the content that I'm putting out. Are you not entertained? I mean, I'm entertained. Karen's books. Thank you so much. I'm entertained. Exactly. I mean, that's why I do the things that I do, is for entertainment, to comment, have a little bit of fun with this and build a community and find some enjoyment out of it. And then there's so many people just trying to harsh the mellow and just like get over it. Here's the thing. Here's my advice to you, stupid Dave, is it's not that you have to cover one particular topic. You can cover any sort of topic that you want to. You chose to look at this content and then go on the attack of somebody. That's what it does. I'm I'm entertained quite easily. Even paint drying entertains me. Me too. I do like watching paint dry. Uh, our legal team will be on contact with you, or you may supply us with your lawyer and they will contact him directly. And he says, oh, well, shit, there's no legal team on my end. I will be handling this pro se. I'm a small channel, as you are well aware, and I'm also not making a dime on any of these videos. So good luck. I have complied with fair use practices which were set in Haas v. Klein, and I have no problem crowdfunding any help I may need with a defense. I see YouTubers come together when it comes to fair use cases. I am very well versed in fair use, fair dealing laws, and I urge you to seek counsel before you waste your money. No one is riding your coattails. I simply cover YouTubers and their behavior, and I have every right to do so. Well, and that is the thing. I've ridden on Jeremy's coattails a bit, and I've always been very thankful for that. But you have to continue doing the work. So it's your claim you're putting out, I guess. Oh, yeah. JJMD Papa was there. Yeah. But you can see that there's multiple people in these email chains. I mean, it's not just him, but there's other people involved in these email chains. Because if you did the little drop down, you'd see all the little people in there. But it looks like there's little videos included in these also. Crazy stuff. And then we get to the next one, which was from Jamie. And I'm going to zoom out on these a little bit because they tend to get super tight. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. So the next one is Harley's room in North Point after I helped clean it to go to the market. And that's what here was what Jamie took care of. And of course, IRS did not come yet. I have lots of stuff, but I spoke on the phone with some of them. CPS was here. Fish and Game was here. Another one. Letter I was served by a process server with a cease and desist and order junk. I want to get down to another one. We'll come back to some of these. And this is more proof that Deuce is involved in all of this because, as you see right here, Sean Sharrock obtained this. It shows how George tried to provoke something they could use to support an Ohio contempt. How's it going? Will he be filing an appearance suit? I'll make it'll make for a lot of YouTube content once you do for What the Hales and everyone else. See, unlike, I don't need to create drama to have content. Mayor Dan found Shizzy through Jeremy and tune in often. Love coffee with Shizzy. Oh, we love having you there. Yeah, see, there's that scary leprechaun. I love it. Yeah. I have a good time in the mornings. I do a completely different stream. It's about the content that you provide. Yes, you have been privileged to join the Friday Night Fun Crew. It was a blast. Yes. Yeah, it was so much fun having you on there, Mary Dan. And then, of course, whenever you were doing the Halloween stuff also, that was glorious. Doing just good stuff. So much fun. And of course, as you can see right here, he's reaching out to more content creators wanting to have YouTube content. He thinks that this is what the Hales want. No, you're just throwing content at people. It doesn't mean that they want it, but you're throwing it at them. And I mean, at some point, the YouTube content over all this garbage will dry up. It'll be it'll be glorious whenever this isn't the top viewed stuff on our channels where we can cover other stories that we find interesting. I've already started covering the Crowder deposition, and which I'll be finishing up. I was hoping to do it this weekend, but of course I forgot. It was basically my wife's weekend. I wanted to spend time with her. And so therefore there was nothing I did on Friday or Saturday. We had people coming from out of town, and there was just a lot of stuff going on, or else I would have continued on with that part of it. Shar obtained this. It shows how Georgia tried to provoke something they could use to support the Ohio contempt. How's it going? Will you file an appearance soon? It'll make for a lot of whole new YouTube content once you do, for What the Hales and everyone else, because it's like people are covering the Hales and everything that they say and do to try to make content out of it. And that gets really weird. I can't imagine how weird that'll be. Yeah, happy wife, happy life, most definitely. Oh yeah. Well, and I talked with her today, and I was just like totally like, whatever you want to do, and she was like, I want to go to sleep. He goes, leave me alone. so she got what she needed out of me, and then let her sleep, and we had a good time tonight. We had a good time. And then of course, here we get down to this original narrative, and this is from Corporal D. McIntyre on and this is the video that we're going to watch, but we're going to talk about this before we watch the video. On December 16th, 2024, at approximately 14:37 hours, so that would be 2:37, yeah. I responded to the address in Otter Creek Avenue in reference to the complaint of Lionette stating that Jeremy Hales was videotaping her property. Upon arrival, I made contact with Lionette, who advised that she has a large wooden privacy fence now installed at the front of her property closest to the roadway, and she has seen Jeremy Hales holding his camera above the fence to see inside her property line. Lionette also stated that Jeremy's cameras are not allowed to be more than 10 feet from the ground, as she pointed to a tree across the street where a video camera was mounted. And then Lynette informed me that she had read several statutes in reference to reasonable expectations of privacy, and that Jeremy was violating it. Well, and I informed Lynette that I was unsure what statute she was referring to, and requested she show me the documents she was collecting her information from. Well, and of course, Lynette was unable to provide any of that their paperwork or statutes. I did inform Lynette of statute 810145, which defines reasonable expectation of privacy as being circumstances under which a reasonable person would believe that he or she could fully disrobe in privacy without being concerned that the person's undressing was being viewed, recorded, or broadcasted by another, including but not limited to the interior of a residential dwelling, bathroom, changing room, fitting room, dressing rooms, or tanning booth. Well, now, that there Lynette informed me that, well, shit, boy, you was incorrect, and advised that she would print out the statutes and bring them to the darn sheriff's office. Well, upon looking at Lynette's property, only one section of her property was fenced off. So much for that, $56,000 was fenced off with a newly installed privacy fence, while the other remaining sides, well, they were just open air spacing or age-damaged general purpose fencing, sort of like, a chicken wire or something. Well, through these here open air sections, I could plainly see two of her neighbors' properties from the view of Lynette's backyard, and, Well, I decided I was going to explain that little sweetheart there and said, well, she wouldn't have much of an argument for reasonable expectation of privacy when 3 out of the 4 sections of her yard were not fenced in with privacy boards. Well, that still wouldn't meet the statutory parameters according to Florida state definition, to which she exclaimed that she wasn't worried about the neighbors and was only worried about Jeremy recording. Well, she had. That little firecracker was unsatisfied with any of my answers. I attempted to bribe her, so to which she subsequently told my ass to get the hell off her property, and I obliged the request without hesitation. Thank God, the stench was killing me. At this time, I have not observed any criminal violation, and my in-car video and body-worn microphone recording the incident, and those recordings can be referenced through the UDE if necessary. And this report is just for informational purposes. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit with that visual. Decent exposure. Why not? Why not think she would have privacy doing dress outside? Well, that would be indecent exposure. Might want to let Lyle know. No, otherwise there'd be this exposure. She thought she needed to dress outside undressed. Mm-hmm. I did too. Just a little after I got done typing that and thought about it. Yeah, it happens. It does happen. I think I'm gonna throw up a little bit right now. Nope. I swallowed it back down. Thank God, because that would have been horrible. Yep, that would have been absolutely horrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up that there video. We'll pull that thing up. We're gonna watch that there. It's gonna happen. Just a second. And stop. Present share screen. Here we go. And this is that video. It is insane. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to mute that part of it because this is her music, and I don't want to get any sort of copyright done on this one. So this, here it is. Oh. Well, I'm sure she won't strike me for it. He pulls up. And here we go.
Miss Preston? Hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you today?
Well, we wanted to ask some questions.
Okay.
You see, we built a 6-foot fence.
Yes.
We have hopefully changed our expectation of privacy.
Okay.
Under the rules and the laws that we've read, we have now, time taking medicine, expectation of privacy in our yard.
Okay.
Hales is driving by now, raising the camera up above our fence so he can film still.
Okay.
Well, hell, he could just walk around your property and be able to film your entire property. Because if you think you got expectation of privacy, anybody can see into your yard. He's about to tell you that too. Well, they don't look like they're starving, that's for sure.
Well,
is there a law?
Well, you said that you read the laws.
Right.
What laws that you're referring to?
Well, we read privacy laws in Florida. We read about if the person has a fence that takes
exactly.
away the expectation. No, it gives them an expectation of privacy. Where we're in our yard, we're now built a fence to protect our privacy. It's a privacy fence.
Do you happen to know what statutes those are?
No, I can get them.
Because that would help, because I'm not familiar with any of those statutes.
Okay, I'm going to have somebody look them back up and get back with me then.
Yeah, because if he's going to do something, he needs to know what kind of statute he's looking at. You provide him with the statute, and he can say, yeah, that sounds reasonable, and then he can go and talk to Jeremy about that. Isn't there a law about calling the police for stupid reasons? She could call the non-emergency line and ask questions. This is a waste of taxpayer money. Well, it's not like they have other important things to do, like, arrest people for, beating up on an old man or anything like that. It's not like they got other things to do. Siri told me. Oh God. Yeah, I saw that too. Big yes. Now that I can see arrest her for calling the police too many times for frivolous crap. No, it just ends up becoming the boy that cried wolf. They tend, and it's not that they want to, but you call the cops enough times and they realize that, whenever something serious does happen, they're less likely to get there in such a big rush. I mean, it's sad, but this happens.
And I have all kinds of pictures now. We have cameras on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Yeah, it
catch
doesn't mean anything.
both ways.
Okay. The only laws that I'm familiar with when it comes to reasonable expectation of privacy and violation thereof is going to be, anytime you're inside your own dwelling, whether you're in a changing station, a bathroom, dressing stalls, tanning booths, things of that nature. It's not going to necessarily be property. Because even though you have a fence, for instance, here, this is still all completely wide open, though, too.
You can't see this over the fence without going above the fence. Except his cameras that are still, and there's a law about that, too.
About what?
The cameras have to be 10 foot and below. His are 15.
10 feet and below for what?
To make it eavesdropping and voyeurism, and there's another word. His cameras are 15 foot up so that they...
There's another word, voyeurism. Well, you have to understand that for it to be voyeurism, you would have to be inside your dwelling, changing room, station, something like that, and you would have to be filming it. But you don't have any expectation of privacy if you're just wandering around in your own front yard. If that was the case, then, well, you sort of gave up that quite some time ago. Lynette moved to Levy County to stalk Jeremy, but Levy County turned out to be the gold mine of her life. Yeah, that does happen. It does happen. She doesn't have a clue. No, she doesn't, because this is the problem. And I tell this to my wife on a regular basis. I go, explain this to me like I'm a Google lawyer. She just laughs, because we do make jokes about that, because I'm not an attorney. Never claimed to be an attorney, and I can easily misinterpret things. And luckily, I have a lovely wife that says, "Yeah, you're an idiot. That's not what that says. Read it again, and here's why it's wrong." And you can Google these kinds of things, but that doesn't mean anything, because you have to look at the state, county. I mean, each place has its own set of rules and statutes that can supersede one another. I mean, just regular civics would have told you that.
They can see our entire property.
Okay. Well, I'm not familiar with any of those laws either, because I also know that having a drone and flying it over private property is a civil matter. It's not even a criminal matter.
Oh.
It's not a drone. It's a camera.
Doesn't matter. It would be the same law applied to it. It would be a civil matter. Go figure. Now she's going to call her lawn chair a tanning booth. No, it doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way.
Well, I'm saying if we're talking about the height difference and how a camera can't be above 10 feet, for instance, but a drone can fly much higher than that, and that's just a civil infraction. That's not.
Ah, yes. If Jeremy disappeared today, like if the rapture happened and Jeremy was taken aloft on the wings of angels, what would she grift off of? The same people that she's grifting off of right now. I mean, you have to understand that her attacks and her ire go much further beyond Jeremy. She's just found that Jeremy is the easiest one to go after right now. It's easy to make him out to be a villain because, well, he's her neighbor. They will go after anyone. First, I thought these were sheets, but they were actually the 2 fleas. Oh my gosh. Shame on you, JJ. Shame on you. Then she would blame Jeremy's ghost. He's haunting me. No, she would latch onto somebody else and go after them. I mean, that's the thing about it. And you know, as much as you can, you want to say, you know, what would happen if Jeremy left? Oh well, she would grift off the fact that Jeremy wasn't there anymore. Her estate wasn't taken care of. Who knows what it would be? There's always an issue with people like this. They will constantly be reaching out to their little bitty community, and they'll be going, help me. Look, we just ran into some hard times, and now we've got to get, you know, we've got to get something for the child, or something for the child, or something for the child, or something. What would be the hardest thing for her to accept is if that child was no longer there, because then what does she grift off of? I mean, you think about that. If that child was no longer there, all of her grift goes away. So she has to find something else. Why do you think she was able to raise one of her ex-husband's kids that she took because she threatened him with the same old crap? Don't know. Can be ordered to do a psych eval? No.
Even criminal. You know what I mean? You know, if you
Now there could be a psych eval required if somebody files a claim that says there was emotional distress. So that's why you probably haven't seen that filed in there, is just causing me financial harm, because they want to stay away from the emotional distress, because as soon as you throw that out there, then you can have a psych eval. Interesting. When that stepdaughter was interviewed by Jeremy, that's what she said. She threatened her dad by saying she was a pervert, so he let her raise his daughter so he didn't have to deal with that. It's crazy. Yeah.
Do you have statutes? I'm happy to look at them. I'm just not familiar with any ones you're
Can you
referencing.
get me all the statutes that we found?
Do you think she's recording this or something? Or do you think she's actually got her on the phone? And if she's got her on the phone, then why is she... I think she's probably voice texting her, because I don't think she knows how to type properly. So it's really difficult for her. It could be, you know, the arthritis or something that's causing it. Who knows? But it seems to me that she uses a lot of voice tech. But that's crazy. Get me all the statutes that we found. Don't you have an attorney? I mean, wouldn't that be what your attorney is for? See, reaching out to the toothless ones, you have to remember that they're probably about one step below, you know, me as far as knowing law. That's not saying a whole lot, because, like I said, I'm a, you know, I'm a bicyclist without a bike. I'm on the hockey team, but don't have a puck. Yes,
About
this is the officer
privacy in
recording.
backyards, once you have the privacy fence and of the cameras, how high they can be and how high they can't be. I'll have to
That's
get them
my
back to you.
look
We'll
on
print
it.
them out, and I guess we'll just bring them all in.
Oh, like up to the office?
Yeah, I've got a whole legal team now, and they've been searching every law, every criminal code, every...
So you've got a legal team now. Is that what you're calling these people, as a legal team? A legal team. So why wouldn't she call Stark? Why wouldn't she get this information from BBB himself? It does raise an interesting question.
Everything that there is,
Right.
because this has got to stop. What more can we do?
Well, let me see, really quick.
Well, I mean, what more? Technically, what more can we do to stop this shit?
Give me one more.
We're not moving.
Stop
I'm not
misbehaving.
giving up what I came here to do with my daughter, because this man.
So if you want to really know what more you can do, then there is a really simple answer to this. Stop harassing, stop defaming, stop calling them hard times, stop giving them hell, stop being a pain in the ass, stop harassing people. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tried dragging you into her crap and not interested. Yes, and that is one of the things that she tried to involve Mayor Dan in this. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, you have no idea how bad this has gotten. And oh, Emma Washington, you got a mug raid. Give me just a second. I'll start the camera, fire that thing up. Mug raid from the Rumble side. I hope it was good. I'll go back and I'll watch it later, possibly tonight or tomorrow or something while I'm at work. I'll check it out. Thank you so much, very much, Emma Washington. That's such a pretty cat that you've got there. I was going to say something else, but that might get me in trouble with YouTube. Yeah. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Don't shortchange Lisa. Probably a PhD in eviction law and squatter property rights. Yeah, but you see how that's worked out for her because he's had to do it 8 times. Just saying. And she wasn't doing too good at it.
So this is the only statute that I'm aware of. Okay, and I can show it to you right here. 810.145, digital voyeurism. Okay, and down here it defines what.
Well, Melody, happy birthday! Happy birthday! I will. I've got something just special for you. We've got something special just for you. Give me just a second. Let's see if I've got it here. I bet you I do. Where is it? It is. Oh, yep. I've got it. It's here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, yep. Here it goes. This is for you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Melody. Happy birthday. That's awesome. And welcome to being another trip around the sun. Welcome. Emma Washington says, haha, she was beautiful. Thanks. Aw, that's awesome. We'll get another sticker up here. This thing is getting filled up so fast. It's great. It's going to be on display somewhere. You know that this thing will go down in record books at some point in time. That'd be so funny. Woohoo! I choose her because of it. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, let's get back on with this.
Reasonable expectation of privacy is according to Florida statutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it defines, circumstances in which a reasonable person would believe that he or she could fully disrobe in privacy without being concerned that the person's undressing was being viewed, recorded, or broadcast by another, including but not limited to interiors of buildings,
Yeah,
bathrooms,
there's
changing rooms,
something
fitting
other
room,
than
dressing
that,
room,
though.
anything.
That's just like, that's an indoor thing.
Well,
There's an outdoor. Hold on. Hey, Siri. Is there a Florida code or statute to protect me in my backyard from being videoed?
Well, it would be something a little different.
Where does your property line end?
Just saying, it'd be a little bit different if he was on your property videoing you, and you know, especially if he was standing outside the window of your, I don't know what you would call that, your pop out. If he was, you know, videoing you inside, that would be one thing. Like standing on your property videoing you, that would be a little bit close. That'd be a little bit wrong. Yeah, so a woman is a total whack job. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, guys. Megan Raid incoming. Yeah. Bring it on. Megan Tug Raid. Yeah, the one-sided privacy fence. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so hilarious. Mug Raid, Megan Raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. Ah, yes. And if we manage to get it past the midnight, I will get you a nice song that you'll get to catch here, that only members can view it right now, but it is a new video, and I'm going to be using it as a trailer for the morning streams, because I know the Pickles Paradise is fun in the mornings, but I wanted to have something that was a little more the morning raid kind of thing, where people join in and that's the first thing they get. Welcome Raiders. Let you guys pile on in here. Let's get ready to rumble. Yes. No, I haven't seen this whole thing. I've caught clips of it and seen parts of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing. And then we'll go over some of this other stuff. The Mad Hatter Matt Tug, Megan Raid. Now I'm a sticker junkie for $1.99. Fine, sir. Stickers are awesome. Every little bit of what you guys do for this channel helps keep the lights on. I appreciate every single one of you. And the super chats really show that you appreciate what I do over here. And it drives the fleas nuts because, well, you know, I'm just an alcoholic, and he's drunk all the time. Thank you so much, Mad Hatter. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I didn't. I let everybody know this morning. It is my wife's birthday today also, and I did spend some time with my lovely wife this evening. And most of the day we had a nice lunch. Yes, she did. She enjoyed it immensely. Let's put it this way. It ended up with her getting a nice head massage. I massaged her head, which she just loves that. So it was really nice for her. And I asked her if she wanted to go out, and she's like, "Oh God, no, we've got so much leftovers. Let's just stay here." So we popped open a bottle of wine and had a glass, celebrated her birthday. And then, you know, the rest of it I can't talk about. Let's just say she ended up with a nice back and head rub. Gifted 5. Tracy Weldon, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That is so kind of you. Oh, that reminds me, I can also gift out memberships. It is the beginning of the month, and I can gift those out. Give me a second, and I will also gift some memberships out to you fine folks right there. Yeah, she is just as lovely as the day I married her. She hates whenever I say that. She goes, no, I'm starting to get gray. I was like, well, you're doing it gloriously, dear. She looks absolutely lovely, and I would marry her all over again. No regrets on that at all. I do enjoy my wife quite a bit. She's one of the most awesomest people, and she just brings joy to my heart. You know, it's hard to explain, I guess, unless you've already been there. You know. Yeah, happy birthday, Mrs. Shizzy. Well, and that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out for you guys. Welcome, just grundled old fart. Welcome to Almost Nuts. I appreciate you. I'll get you here And I'm going to do this membership gifting. And here we go. Gifting 5 of those bad boys out right now. There we go. Hopefully you're one of the fine, lucky people that got those. Deborah McLeod. You got Debbie Rubble. Deidre Rubble. Oh, wonderful. Zach was gifted one. Blue Amaryllis. Oh, I love blue amaryllis. That's such a beautiful color. Jim was gifted a membership. Wonderful, wonderful. Megan Fox, good stream. Megan always gives you a good stream. Thank you so much for the memberships there, and also becoming a new member. And I'll pull that one up here in a second. Give me just a second. It was Disgruntled Old Fart. That's such a great name. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a newest member. And of course, we've got Donna Miano became a new member. Thank you so much. Yes, $1.99 super chat. Yes, we do. And like I said, if you look, you'll be able to see the video that I'll show if I'm on till midnight. And it's simple. It's short. It's sweet. Now everybody got to hear the music this morning, but there was no video to it. But all new members, you will get to see the video. And at midnight, I think it changes over and it goes live. How's it going tonight? It's going good. It's going good. You're welcome, Deidre. I appreciate you. No, it's only in Germany. The war was already over. I don't know what that means, but it's got to be good. Yeah, I'll probably go and watch the rest of Megan and Tug's stream because I wanted to see the Rumble stuff, but I was doing a bunch of other stuff like putting the darn video together. You're welcome, Blue Amaryllis. That's wonderful. Yeah, my wife always every year she has a pot for an amaryllis, and so she puts it into dormancy, and then every year at Christmas time she would get it out. But it's a red one that she would use. Megan and Tug are great together. Yamaha Biker and Shizzy are great together. Yamaha Biker is one of the coolest people that you could possibly meet. And I don't care what anybody says. I still think he's a great people. Megan is finished. She sent us here. That's so nice of her. Yeah, it's a very interesting evening tonight. We're going over the Shara's video, which I've also got her link to that video. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Go give her those watch hours and like really shout that stuff out, because what she's been showing is quite a bit of really deep dive information. After you watch the Rumble stuff, I feel an open letter is coming. Please. Don't know. I mean, I could do an open letter to Stark. As I've got one written, but I wasn't sure how it would go because I didn't really flush everything out. So we'll let this play, and then we'll let the stuff towards the end play, and that way you can hear some of the conversations on that one. See if I can just copy that onto a PDF, and I'll see if I can get that up for you guys. Give me a second. But let's watch this.
We start down there where the fence starts.
Well, I mean on the back here.
In the back,
Mm-hmm.
goes way back. There's a marker back there, and there's a marker back here in the corner.
This property back here, does that belong to anybody? Is that yours or somebody else?
Hudson's own part of it.
Because this looks like a camper or something back there. That's why I'm asking. And then there's another residence over on this side.
The Hudson's have their house is right there.
You know.
And our property line goes. There's a stake back there.
I don't know if you necessarily have an argument for reasonable expectation of privacy with the way that things are set up here.
He's filming from there, not there.
Well, what I'm saying is you have a privacy fence, but it's not about who is filming. It's about that anybody can film. So even though you have a privacy fence there.
So disappointing.
The guy is filming from the street over our fence. That's why we built the fence there.
Well, what I'm saying is...
No one has filmed us from back here.
Sure, but what I'm saying is...
Private property. He can't get on it.
Sure, but what I'm saying is that anybody can film back here toward your property because you don't have any kind of barriers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy in your yard because it's an outdoor space, and
right.
you don't even. And I'm not saying that this would change anything, even if you had a fence.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't. Thank you.
Oh, you're going to give
Are
up
you-
that easy.
Same deal. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Oh, that just pissed her off.
Will this recording be gone as all the others are, or can I get this in the next few days from your? Did you have everything on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because I'd like to give that to my attorney.
You're more than welcome to.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm not asking you to
yeah, she seems to be moving around her property just fine.
Ma'am, did you want?
I didn't quite hear what she said. Let's see if we can boost the volume on it. It's going to get really loud, just so you guys know. It's going to get really loud. I want to hear what she said.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you.
Okay.
No,
Are you?
it's the same deal. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yep. Will this recording be gone as all the others are, or can I get this in the next few days from your? Did you have everything on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because I'd like to give that to my attorney.
You're more than welcome to.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not asking you
Ma'am, did you want?
Stop it.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. She said, I just put up a fence to stop it. Oh.
Ma'am, did you want?
Stop it.
She's saying she put up a 6-foot fucking fence to stop it. Oh my God. To stop what? To stop him from being able to protect himself. Weird how that works, isn't it? She puts up the fence and is complaining because I put up this fence. You didn't do jack squat. Somebody else did. Somebody else put up this 6-foot fence to make it stop. And of course, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. So let me see if I can get this right here. I'm still working on doing this. Give me a second. Save that. Just give me a second. Because if I don't do this, then I'll forget about it. So this is number 18. 18 and 3. Oh, my wife's birthday. So beautiful. 3/3/2025. And we'll hit save and then convert that over to. Now this is gonna be a rough one because I did, but you guys stick around. You will get a nice nice bubble. Well, it's not gonna be really a Bubbles letter. It's gonna be, this one's gonna be to Scott Stark. I hope you guys like it because it's gonna be an interesting one. I didn't really read through it quite all the way, and I didn't tweak it, so there'll probably be some mistakes here, but we'll no, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull this out of there. Give me a second. It's crazy now. There we go. And we'll hit save, file, save, and we'll hit that and save that. And there we go. Save. All right. That'll be rough, but you'll get it by the end of the night tonight. Just saying. You will get it by the end of the night tonight.
That is
Ma'am, I think I'm a little confused. Did you want me to leave, or did you want to? I'm a little confused. Did you want me to leave, or did you want me to stay and talk to you about it? Okay. Alrighty, ma'am.
Crazy. He's about to ask his last question. Yeah, 3 sides are open. It's not really, you can't have any expectation of privacy. that wouldn't be true. They wouldn't have Bluetooth access to the cameras. That would be online access to the cameras, which is not Bluetooth. So the cameras might be Bluetooth, but she has access to those cameras. So I don't know how you could think that you have any expectation of privacy if you've got cameras set up on your property that somebody else has access to. It sounds to me like somebody might be getting a little bit of trouble. Interesting enough, here's more fence panels that are just sitting there. So when did they put up that fence? I mean, think about that. When did they put up that fence? Third party harassment. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think about this. When exactly did they put up those fences? Wasn't it before Christmas? Like well before Christmas? Wasn't there like a grift before Thanksgiving, and then there was a grift for Thanksgiving and a grift for Christmas, and oh, okay, right before Christmas, Shung fitted sheets because that's all the fundraiser could afford. That's not true. No, the amount of money that's been coming in, nobody knows how much money is coming in. We do know that somebody was complaining about 56,000 that came in. Is there before the Christmas party, November 17-ish. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't pay attention to, dates of crazy things. You would think with all the money that they spent on doing that, they could have at least, maybe put an interior inside of that barn shed demonium or whatever you want to call that thing. This thing sitting way over here in the corner that's just been sitting there collecting dust. You would think that they would like get that all set up. I don't know. I'm very confused. And how would taking opiates help you on being able to care for the sake of a child if you're not capable of even picking them up? Crazy how that works. But hey, what do I know? I don't do those kinds of things. So that they say they have, well, that would be impossible. And the reason I say that is because you have to have any sort of permit like posted where a building inspector or any sort of inspector can come by and view it without having to step foot on your property. That's where those permits need to be posted. And then of course you have another one posted on the building, and then you have to apply for occupancy and all kinds of stuff. No, that was to replace computers, I think, wasn't it? Replace some computers and some phones and a new car for the Cankle twins that are driving up there all the time, and maybe some knickknacks that she could sell at her flea market, because nothing screams intelligence like spending money on things you don't need. I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. Of course, she's on her phone, calling whoever she can call, saying, yelling. So we got a notice here is recording devices. Mm-hmm. All right. Interesting. She might just be talking to herself for what we know. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's how Vault Keeper played his grift, working with the heartstrings of belief in his military career and insanity. The money coming in cash apps. People only saw the super chats. People only saw the super chats. See, I don't know Vault Keeper. Yeah. I mean, if that's YouTube stuff, I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to, you have to show that to people, and I'm sure there's people that are interested in checking it out. The donor thought it was for the barn, and it didn't go. That's what the donor, why the donor was upset. Well, they don't know. How do you know it didn't go for the barn? There's no one to get permits from or check construction. Someone had to give it to them from one of the closer towns. Okay. You would think she wouldn't have any energy then if she was on opiates. Yeah, possibly. I would think that doing opiates might be a hard way of raising a child. This part. 4797. He's just getting
Thank you.
Police are accusing George's sister saying he was the fleas are accusing George's sister for saying he was a child abuser. They just repeated it. Now they're saying, gee, there's another Jeremy with a criminal record too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, wait until SSDI figures out she is self-employed. We know she can't keep receipts. Most likely she won't keep records and will be in trouble with them. Let me get these super chats that I missed out on. Doggone it. It was Valor View News. What? Shizmeister, what's up? What's up? Let me pull this up and get you a super sticker for you, brother. I appreciate you so much, brother. Valor View News sends some of the most wonderful videos, and if you get an opportunity, go check out some of his videos. He does a lot of shorts, and they're pretty darn interesting. If you get a chance, go check those things out, and he'll give you some entertainment at least. Doggone it, and that's what we like, is a little entertainment. Lulu says, 4 months. No, it has to be longer. That's what all the men keep expecting it from men, to have something longer, but sorry, it'll always be that measly 9 inches. Sorry, unfortunately it doesn't get any longer. Sorry about that. Welcome, Lulu. I appreciate you so much. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to get myself in all kinds of trouble. Shh, shh, shh. Try to keep it clean. Capture got the hell out there quickly. Yeah. He didn't want to be there. Yep. Like I said, short. Zim set that up during one of the town hall meetings. Hey, Dangerous Waves. Good to see you. Welcome. All right, so we go on with this stuff right here, and this is where we get back to the actual documents here. So give me a second. Get back to those. Close that right there, and then of course we're going to show this really quick. Stop that and present. Share screen. And this is the fun part of doing this, where you've got a little bit with, there we go. And just a simple reminder is that they should respond to plaintiff in that manner. If, on the other hand, defendants have responsive documents within their possession, custody, or control, they should provide such documents to the plaintiff no later than 5 p.m. on March 4th, 2025. What do you think the chances are of that happening? I have no idea. So this is the police speaking with them. Of course, we've got more of the Super Dave that says, I would be open and willing to have discussions with anyone about anything involving Jeremy, as long as it's protected by the First Amendment. It isn't hate speech. As far as a lawsuit, I'd be willing to join a class action. Class action. Okay, I'm confused. with all of the other YouTubers who he falsely flagged. If it were just me on my own, it would be very risky, I think. However, I can name 7 or 8 creators he did this to. Huh. That would be interesting. That'd be really interesting, wouldn't it? Because now he's shown where the links are to these videos. And of course it says, Jamie says, I had to pick up many knives outside because Harley was trying to get them. What if what she wasn't according to you, so no danger ever existed? And then, of course, this response is, gun was not lost. It was under the seat. It slid back, so she panicked and contacted you to look to see what you're trying to do here. And they have found that they wave it around to threaten people in the back seat where Harley sits. Who threatens people? It was under his front seat. Are you off on your accusations of me? And I am highly. She was also going to break the dog Tilly's neck one day for getting chickens. And she picked it up by the neck and hit the hell out of it. I was begging her not to break its neck. And another time she talked about shooting the stray cats. This was also right when she did all this. Oh my God, her dog? Yes. We wanted to steal her dog because of it. Were you moving to Florida? I worry about it. And of course, more of the false accusations. More of Millstown whining and crying. This is a video that covers what was done to us creators as well. Peepaw was also DMCA'd by the Hales. Give me a call. Easier to discuss on the phone. And this shows that they knew what was happening here. Was it Megan's? Turn on CC, closed captioning. It'll probably be on after the stream, but it should always be on anyway. I can turn on closed caption for the video. Gotcha. I'm a boomer. I just landed. Girl, can't wait to hug you both. So this shows that Jamie was coming to her aid. So July 13th, 2021, she was involved with Jamie. And then, of course, Michelle shows a cease and desist order that means absolutely nothing. When it was served to me, the process server told me that the lawyer wanted me to know that he would not be representing Jeremy anymore, that after me being served, he was no longer his attorney. Ow. This is disturbing. John Cook in hospital bed says, Lizzie Fail, you better hope I don't have a venereal disease. That would mean Martha has it because when you're not around, she services me. That's creepy. House is on the market today. Property paperwork signed for an offer. My wonderful friend Jamie, July 18th, 2021. Can't wait to move to build our new home. Yay, life is good. Saw your video with Voila. I would like to discuss webcasts on your channel about the case in near the future. Please give me a call if interested in hearing more anytime. And then, of course, Stupa says, what did you have in mind? I'm very cautious about covering Hale's case as I've been threatened with litigation more than once. This fan base sent me into a deep depression. Why? I mean, here's the thing. If you can't handle the YouTube, then why are you on the YouTube? I don't understand that. It's very confusing to me. If people were depressing me, then I wouldn't be doing this. I think people get too worried about themselves or something. I don't know. That's just weird. And of course, Ducey says, thanks for getting back to me. As you can probably see, of all the YouTubers covering this case on YouTube are just piling on. There's no real objectivity, serious legal analysis, or any semblance of journalism. So here's what I don't understand. If there's no real objectivity, serious legal analysis, or semblance of journalism, then why did he feel it was so important to reach out to me? That's very confusing to me. So if you didn't like what I was saying, then why are you reaching out to me, telling me that I need to be covering it from the other side? And it's amazing to me that in an email that Ducey sent to me, the very first email that he sent to me, whenever I told him to go pound dirt, that stupid Dave was all up in my grill on this. He thought it was he thought it was so well put. Yeah, I, I, I would pull up that email, but that's amazing to me that stupid Dave thought that was so well put. He thought Bruce was doing a wonderful job on talking to me and trying to get me to come over to his side of thinking. How's that been working? These people have gotten involved in a lawsuit. The lies and the hate keeps getting spread around. It seems to be not working so well. Interesting. Anyway, none of them have differing perspective. Really? Hale's got connected for her to do her article in the first place, and how they got the rest to jump on board, Foreman, Tug, and a couple with smaller audiences. Well, that had nothing to do with Hale's. It was a different story that we were looking at. We were looking at Judge Grudge. Everyone that was looking at this was looking at Judge Grudge. It's weird. Why he would think makes no sense to me, because that's what I was watching. I was watching, some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs person saying weird things during a deposition, watching the actions of a judge that was unhinged. Actually got removed for his antics. That's what I believed I was covering, but somehow things that got the rest to jump on board. I don't even think I was talking with Megan at the time that I started covering all of this. I don't think I started talking to Megan. Geez, what was it? Sometime last year, whenever it was right before she posted the letters that I sent to her. I was like, "Do you see this? Like, who is this guy?" Yeah, that's really weird that she got other people to jump on board, but you were trying to get me to jump on board. I don't know. I'm so confused. Anyway, none of them have any differing perspective. Well, maybe because everybody sees the same damn thing. It's like I haven't seen any perspective on the Anti What The Hale's viewpoints. They all seem to be the same talking points of Ducey. Yeah, that's absolutely right. See, I'm sitting there going, yeah, we just talked for a couple of minutes. I don't even remember was that on Fluxus maybe, or maybe it was Nick Staros or something. Yeah, we talked about we still got to do the cult stream. We've got some really good ones for that. But doggone it, Megan, that is absolutely right. I remember. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is an underused. It's far underused, yes. I seem to like a lot of stuff. Started watching the Judge Grudge, yes. Yeah, that could easily be correct, because Baker was hanging out with low lifes like me at that time, making me feel special. At least I had my Velcro shoes on. No, Baker's good people. Baker's really good people. Like if you haven't seen any of his coverage, it's amazing. And he's got that Danish humor, whatever that is. I haven't figured it out. I think it's has something to do with cream cheese or something like that, but I don't know. Yeah, he hates cream cheese. It's awesome. What do you know about Veterans Nation? He's a YouTuber. That's about all I know about Veterans Nation. That's about all I know about Veterans Nation. As you see, all the law tubers covering the case on YouTubers are just piling on. There's no real objectivity, serious legal analysis, or any semblance of journalism. They're being co-opted by Hales. It started with Megan Fox, PJ Media's article in February and grew from there. Most interesting would be how she and Hales got connected for her to do her article in the first place and how they got the rest to jump on board, Foreman Tug, a couple others. Anyway, none of them have any different perspectives. It's all taking up Hales' viewpoint, making stupid jokes and calling people childish nicknames. Well, welcome to fucking YouTube. Sorry for my language, but Jesus Christ, dude, that's the fun of it. I mean, some of my best streams have had like the most ridiculous, stupid jokes that anybody could ever tell. And I mean, like the stupider, the better. The more name calling and comedy that we have in this space, having fun. I mean, I spelled Megan's name wrong, and she sent me an email. It was like, "That's not how my name is spelled, idiot." And I was like, "Oh, I'm a complete idiot." She was like, "Okay, well, at least I know that you can find some humor in that." I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." I thought it was funny as hell because I misspelled your name and you called me out on it. I don't get offended. I see. I think their little fifis get hurt too much over there or something. I don't know. They're having a hard time, I guess, just coping because maybe it's hitting too close to home. Life would be so boring without jokes. Yeah, I agree. It would be. Why'd you go to Rumble? Can't get Rumble on your TV. Oh, it sucks, Doug. And of course, after watching you and Walla discuss it, I see that you seem to see it differently and more closely to how I do. We all line up. I had offered the other YouTubers to be a panelist to give a different perspective, but none would respond. Oh, I beg to differ. I beg to differ because whenever you reached out to me, I do believe that I responded. He just did not like the respond. Does wear a helmet, so I forgive him for putting an H in my name. Yes. I knew I misspelled it after she told me. I was like, oh, doggone it. Because I have a friend that has an H in her name, which is weird. It's like my wife's name, the way it's spelled. It can be spelled many different ways, and usually they get it wrong. After watching you while I discuss it, which I think is due to DUI guy plus Larry Foreman, I'll explain later. No. That's where I'm getting it, because that would have been a lie. So they didn't want to discuss the Hales. You came on wanting to talk about the macaroni and cheese. Whenever they found out that you were representing Lynette Preston, they thought that would probably be unethical. If I'm not mistaken, and I could have this wrong, that these folks thought that would be very unethical for a lawyer to be talking about an open case. And they uninvited you because they didn't want to promote you being an unethical attorney, which explains quite a bit, doesn't it? I don't know why you have so few subscribers. Well, I do. Let's put it this way. If you've been doing the YouTube for as long as Stupid Dave has, it's probably you. If you can't get more subs, it is probably you. It is probably something that you're not offering people. Could be. Don't know. don't know, don't watch his stuff, so I have no idea. But I don't have any desire to. Now, have you watched Harry Potter series? Those that run Mother's Wish when she got the Howler letter still in the car. It's awesome. Yeah, this is if you're afraid of being attacked by Hales and his devoted fans and chats, then this isn't for you. Now, look, do you see that warning right there? See that warning right there at the very bottom? So he's telling he told him right here. He just told him right here that if you're afraid of being attacked by the Hales and his devoted fans in chat, then this isn't for you. So back off. That's what he told him. He was like, don't cover this any perspective because you're going to get attacked by the Hales, his devoted fans. And if you can't handle it, don't blame me. I warned you. That's very interesting. LMOP's credibility began to unravel. Their history of harassing Jeremy and making false accusations and finally caught up with them. In the end, the mystery of the missing memorial remained unsolved. But the truth, this, I know who wrote this. That is, I watched So You Don't Have To. It's wonderful stuff. The question on everyone's mind was, what really happened to the $4,000? Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Tried telling you and Tug in the chat on Rumble. Then I realized I have 26 years of sobriety and Ray Bonehead thinks 2 months is special for Crook. Oh. Every day is special, Donna. I will tell you. Every day is special whenever you're on that path to sobriety, whether it be 2 months, 2 years, 2 days, 2 minutes, 2 hours. Every day, every minute, every second is a path. So, kudos to somebody if they've gone sober, and that is a hard path, especially someone that has alcohol problems. Do I know anything about Squid Pro Quo? Yeah, she's a YouTuber. Why do people keep asking these kinds of questions? Yeah, she's a YouTuber. I don't know. What the hell? Mrs. Doolittle, are you the same one that was came in here asking me what my opinion was on somebody else? I mean, if you're trying to stir up some stuff, Miss Doolittle, it ain't gonna work. I don't get involved in other people's stuff. That's what it sounds like to me. Like you're trying to stir up something. I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. Wow, Donna, congratulations. That's awesome and a real accomplishment. It is. Absolutely. In 9 years sober for you, I sleep worse, but I'm healthier. Hell yeah. That's wonderful. Stirring up war, Miss Doolittle. Is that what she's doing? Miss Doolittle, if you are stirring up problems here, I'll ask you to stop because we don't have time for that. Just saying. We try to stay away from the drama over here. But as I promised, nice little letter. Give me a second. I'll zoom in here for you. And yes. But we've got to get the music, got to get the helmet, got to get the love shine on me. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I think it's on backwards. It feels funky. No, it's just because I turned the knob on it too much. I just turned just looking for advice on good channels to listen to. I don't know. Listen to whoever you want to. Go find some stuff that you enjoy and listen to it. I don't know anything. I honestly don't watch a lot of these channels because I don't have time to watch channels. I have a job that takes up 90% of my day. Damn it. I have a job that takes up 90% of my day, and then the rest of it is either sleeping or streaming. So if I get a chance to watch someone stream, it is a glorious thing, but it doesn't happen very often. So don't worry about it. It's all good. Just as long as nobody's stirring up trouble, we're all good over here. All right, let's see here. Let's get the music happening. Gotta have some music. I need some for myself. The music is gonna be the sad violin. All right, here we go. And the music shouldn't be too loud, but we'll find out shortly. Here we go. An open letter to the circus starring Scott Stark and his magical disappearing evidence. Dear Scott, my computer is down. Stark, what a fantastic performance you've put on for the court. As if this were a high school drama club production of How to Lose a Case in 10 Days, you'd be a shoo-in for the lead role. But alas, we're in a courtroom where facts, evidence, and basic competence actually matter. So let's talk about your Oscar-worthy excuse for refusing to produce Discovery. Your tragic, heart-wrenching tale about a broken computer, truly a Shakespearean tragedy. Your only copy of the crucial evidence somehow conveniently locked inside a dead machine, a computer, mind you, that miraculously booted back up just in time for you to email the signed errata sheet, but was still tragically too broken to send those 10 or so thumbnails. Oh, the humanity. And just when we thought you were in the final act of this grift-fueled courtroom farce, you doubled down with the most impressive feat of procrastination ever recorded in legal proceeding. The judge tells you to produce the documents. You say as soon as possible, and days go by. Silence. More emails from Shockett, more silence. Then, after getting absolutely blasted with a request for the documents, you finally manage to fire off yet another excuse. And this time it's intermittent access. Oh, how cruel technology is to you, Scott. Woe is me. Well, here's a question. Do you type your emotions on Etch-a-Sketch? Because it sure sounds like you're struggling to grasp how modern technology works. If that wasn't good enough courtroom comedy, your paralegal gets involved. Now, normally a paralegal is there to keep things running smoothly, but in your case, she's throwing out responses like a petulant teenager texting from the back of the class. It's still Monday. Peace. Scott, buddy, if that's the level of professionalism you bring to the table, you should apply for a customer service job at a gas station, because that's about the level of legal acumen you bring to the courtroom. But let's be fair, maybe your inability to comply with Discovery isn't entirely your fault. Maybe, just maybe, it has something to do with the company you keep. Let's take a little detour and talk about Bruce Bubbles, the Deucey foreskin. Yes, your apparent ghostwriter and architect of failure. See, when questioned under oath, you admitted that your lawsuit was drafted with the assistance of none other than Bubbles himself, despite him not being licensed in Florida. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't unauthorized legal practice kind of a big deal? I mean, this is the same guy who fabricates case law in federal court, so I guess it's no surprise that he also ghostwriting garbage complaints for you. And I have to ask, though, did he give you the man-skin special package deal, or did he just feed you whatever nonsense you could come up with in between court sanctions? Well, either way, you should probably demand a refund. Now, let's turn our attention to the star of the scam, the plaintiff herself, Michelle Lynette Preston, the woman who apparently retained you through lawyer.com because no reputable attorney would take her case voluntarily, the woman who can't even confirm whether she signed a retainer agreement. And well, let's not forget you admitted on the record that you didn't even research the legal standards before filing this joke of a lawsuit. You just took Ducey's word for it and threw some nonsense into the system, assuming, well, that shit would stick. I mean, why bother understanding the law when you could just wing it, right? At this point, I'm honestly wondering if you even know what case you're working on. And speaking of brilliant legal minds, let's check in on the rest of the Anti What The Hale's clown posse. McVile PP is probably sweating bullets, trying to remember which burner account he used to manufacture evidence. This time, maybe he's too busy DMing another random woman while pretending to be an investigative journalist. Paint Chip is out here flinging insults at the void, desperately trying to be relevant, but mostly just providing us all with a case study and untreated psychological issues and why you shouldn't be living with your mother. Well, John Cook and Lynette Preston, oh, they're waiting for their next court date where they'll surely get humiliated yet again for their role in the circus. And through all of this, you, Scott, have managed to become the most embarrassing part of this entire operation. Seriously, this entire lawsuit has been one long con. There's no evidence, there's no legal standing, there's no competent lawyering, there's just grift, stupidity, and a whole lot of courtroom failures. And so here's my advice, Scott. Stop embarrassing yourself. Pack it up. Retire to the peaceful, scam-free existence of handling traffic tickets or in some backwater Florida town, because this level of incompetence belongs in a trailer park legal clinic, not a courtroom. I look forward to your next excuse. Maybe you'll tell us your fax machine is stuck in a time loop. Maybe your legal briefs were eaten by a rare species of document-devouring iguanas. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll finally admit you don't have a case and slink off into irrelevance where you belong. Till then, I'll be here mocking every second of your courtroom humiliation, and best regards, Shizzy Wisna, your proud spectator of your never-ending legal disaster. Da 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 da. But I've got something better for you. You guys want to see it? I know you do. Here's my morning intros. Well, this will be my trailer for my mornings. There it is.
Baby, morning's here again. So let's do this, sugar, no cream. Wake up slow, take a sip. Shizzy's got 'em losing their grip. News so dumb, what can you do? Laugh it off, let daddy guide you. You know Papa don't flinch, don't blink. Ooh baby, he's sharper than you think. Morning whiz, take it in. Shizzy's got the world on spin. Fools keep falling, truth's on fire. Papa Nut just raised the choir. Oh no, they tried to fight. Now they're howling through the night. They poke, they scratch, they beg, they plead, but Shizzy's dancing while they bleed. Pour it black, keep it light. Shizzy's teasing you right. Morning whiz, taste the show. Sip it slow, let it glow. Trolls are crying, the game is set. Ooh, baby, they ain't seen nothing yet. Now that's a morning, sugar. The coffee's hot, the takes are hotter. And Shizzy Daddy, oh, he's just getting started.
Okay, I'll read it again, damn it. I realized that my voice was turned down way too much. Thank you for noticing that. It's been nice. It's been nice. Yeah, that was smooth. I loved it. I loved it. Yes. I just looked down whenever you said that. I was like, oh, no wonder my voice was turned down to like practically nothing. Get Yamaha in here to read it. I would love to. If Yamaha was in the chat, I would do that just to have him join in. But I don't think he's here tonight. I think he's probably resting and taking the night off. And I don't want to disturb that man. I would love to disturb him, but we can't do that. let me get a couple of these super chats before we get too far, because I don't want to. I saw a couple that came in there. All right, here we go. Please, Papa. Says, I would love to be on your helmet. Oh, well, Mary, you can climb on my helmet. Just not tonight. But I will put a star up here for you on my helmet. There we go. Star for you there. Mary, clients, please, Papa Shoes. Love to be there. Oh, yeah. And it will be much better because I'd rather have the banjo than a star. You will get the banjo tomorrow. I'll give you the banjo tomorrow, Celine. But there you go. Thank you for the $5. That is nice. We don't have the banjo on this one. It's not going to happen tonight. I know what you're trying to do. You're not getting the banjo. And of course, Megan Fox says you have to read it again because the music was too loud, your voice was too soft, and the chat has voted. Just making sure I got a spot there. Right there. There you go. That one is for you, Megan. Always on the top of them. Slug says, Megan is short. Stop kissing salamanders. Megan, shame on you for kissing salamanders. Never kiss the salamanders. Never do that. The badger is way too cute. I know, isn't it though? I had to work hard on getting that one happening. All right, let's get the music here. We'll get the music back up for you guys, because the music really fits in with this. But I will turn the music down right about there. There we go. What we'll do is maybe we'll do this one. No, this is better. All right. An open letter to the circus starring Scott Stark and his magical disappearing evidence. Dear Scott, my computer is down. Stark, what a fantastic performance you've put on for the court. If this were a high school drama club production of How to Lose a Case in 10 Days, you'd be a shoo-in for the lead role. But alas, we are in a courtroom where facts, evidence, and basic competence actually matter. So let's talk about your Oscar-winning excuse for refusing to produce Discovery, your tragic, heart-wrenching tale about a broken computer, truly a Shakespearean tragedy, your only copy of the crucial evidence somehow conveniently locked inside a dead machine. Sort of like your client. A computer, mind you, that miraculously booted back up just in time for you to email the signed errata sheet, but was still tragically too broken to send those 10 or so thumbnails. Oh, the humanities. And just when we thought we were in the final act of this grift-fueled courtroom farce, you doubled down with the most impressive feat of procrastination ever recorded in a legal proceeding. The judge tells you to produce the documents. You say, well, shit, as soon as possible. Days go by, silence, more emails from Shockett, more silence. Then after getting absolutely blasted with a request for the documents, well, you finally manage to fire off yet another excuse. This time it's intermittent access. Oh, how cruel technology is to you, Scott. Here's a question. Do you type your motions on an Etch-a-Sketch? Because it sure sounds like you're struggling to grasp how modern technology works. And if that wasn't enough courtroom comedy, your paralegal gets involved. Or should I say your wife? I don't know, confused. Legal assistant, paralegal, wife, whatever it might be, but now normally a paralegal is there to help keep things running smoothly, but in your case, she's throwing out responses like a petulant teenager texting from the back of the class. It is still Monday. Peace. Scott, buddy, if that's the level of professionalism you're bringing to the table, you should apply for a customer service job at a gas station, because that's about the level of legal acumen that you're bringing to the courtroom. But let's be fair. Maybe your inability to comply with Discovery isn't entirely your fault. Maybe, just maybe, it has something to do with the company you keep. Let's take a little detour and talk about Bruce the Bubbles, Doozy Foreskin, your apparent ghostwriter and architect of failure. See, when questioned under oath, you admitted that your lawsuit was drafted with the assistance of none other than Bubbles himself. despite him not being licensed in Florida. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't unauthorized legal practice kind of a big deal? I mean, this is the same guy who fabricates case law in federal court, so I guess it's no surprise that he's also ghostwriting bullshit garbage complaints for you too. I have to ask though, did he give you the manskin special package deal, or did he just feed you whatever nonsense you could come up with in between your courtroom sanctions? Either way, you should probably demand a refund. And now let's turn our attention to the star of the scam, the plaintiff herself, Lynette Preston, the woman who apparently retained you through lawyer.com because no reputable attorney would take her case voluntarily, the woman who can't even confirm whether she signed a retainer agreement. Oh, and let's not forget, you admitted on the record that you didn't even research the legal standards before filing this joke of a lawsuit. You just took Ducey's word for it, threw some nonsense into the system, assuming that it would stick. I mean, why bother understanding the law when you can just wing it, right, buddy? At this point, I'm honestly wondering if you even know what case you're working on. Speaking of brilliant legal minds, let's check in on the rest of the Anti What The Hale's clown posse. You've got McVile Peepee is probably sweating bullets trying to remember which burner account he used to manufacture evidence this time, and maybe he's just too busy DMing another random woman while pretending to be an investigative journalist. And Paintchip is out there flinging insults at the void, desperately trying to be relevant, but mostly just providing us all with a case study in untreated psychological issues and why you should live with your mother. John Cook and Lynette, well, they're just waiting for the next court date where they'll surely get humiliated yet again for their role in this circus. And through all of this, you, Scott, have managed to become the most embarrassing part of this entire operation. Seriously, this entire lawsuit has been one long con. No evidence. There's no legal standing. There's no competent lawyering. There's just grift, stupidity, and a whole lot of courtroom failures. So here's my advice, Scott. Stop embarrassing yourself, pack it up, retire to the peaceful scams, free existence of handling traffic tickets in some backwater Florida town, because this is the level of incompetence that belongs in a trailer park legal clinic, not a courtroom. I look forward to your next excuse. Maybe you'll tell us your fax machine is stuck in a time loop. Maybe your legal briefs were eaten by a rare species of document-devouring iguanas. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll finally admit you don't have a case and slink off into irrelevance where you belong. Until then, I will be here, mocking every second of your courtroom humiliation. Best regards, Shizzy Wisnut, proud spectator of your never-ending legal disaster. Thank you. And of course, the sad violin stops. I think that was much better. I'll see what the comments say. Yes. Megan is short. Stop kissing salamanders. That's what I have to say. Good Lord Almighty. Megan Fox. Oh, I love it. Yes, it was fun. Thank you. Kind of stuff. I don't have it here, but there is a little sound thing that I can do. It's just like, oh no, wrong one. Oops. Much better. Wonderful. Yeah, I didn't realize it was turned way down. Let's not forget Stupid Ray and his stance against jokes. Oh, that is true. But I did write a song for him. I think I've got that one. I haven't completed it. That was one I was going to work on, but I was trying to get a good intro for it. See if I've got that one. I think Megan probably has heard it too. I think she did. Much better. Thank you. You're welcome, Kathy. I'm glad I could perform that a second time. Oh, let me see. I think I do have it in here. Let me see. Is it here or is it there? No, it's got to be in. Where is it? I think it was. Oh, yeah, I do have it. I do have a song. Do I have the whole thing? No, but I've got a bunch of them. I don't know which one I decided to use. It's going to be one of these. Let me see. Well, I'll just pull them up for you guys so you can sort of see them. Here we go. Let me do this one first. I think this is one. Okay. Let me make sure it sounds okay first before I play it. Yeah, this might be it. This might be one of the good ones. Here we go. Present, share screen. And it's called The Wimpy Old Bones, the Wambulance Anthem. Here we go.
Yo, listen up. This one's for all you haters and crybabies, real life.
Yo, here comes Wimpy Old Bones. Why you be crying? You're in luck. When a little joke hits his ears, he's running crying. A scared little cuck, he hollers at the sound of one snicker. A weak-ass punk with no guts, bro. Your skin's getting thinner. And BBB, that idiot attorney, got him marching like a pawn. Marching to his order so pathetic, man. Your pride is long gone. Wimpy Old Bones, you ain't tough, you just a scared little tool. Dialing up the ambulance every time you such a fool. BBB's got you on his leash, no backbone at all. You're a baby and you cry, little man. Watch your teardrops fall. Step aside, real ones, while we drop the cold, hard truth. Bones thinks he's hardcore, but he's stuck like a whiny little youth. When the laughter starts flying, you scramble for the phone, calling the po-po like they gonna save you. Man, you crying alone. Your so-called toughness crumbles under every witty jab. With BBB pulling your strings, you're just pathetic, a little sad. Come on, move it, feel it.
Yeah.
Yo, Bones, your legend's over. Your sorry tale's complete. BBB keeps shouting orders. Your game is obsolete. Every move you make's a misstep. Every word's a lame refrain. In the streets we see you tremble, running scared from everything. You brag about your might, but it's all just a pathetic lie. When the laughter hits too hard, you run and cry. Time to face the mirror. Admit your act's a total bust. Wimpy Old Bones, your teardrops are falling, crumbling to dust. Your strength's as flimsy as paper, your courage done expired. Every time you face the fun, you get caught up uninspired. BBB's orders got you running, you're a pawn in his sad game. In this YouTube jungle, you're nothing but lame. Wimpy Old Bones, you ain't tough, you just a scared little tool. Dialing up the ambulance every time you such a fool. BBB's got you on his leash, no backbone at all. You're a baby and you cry, little man. Watch your teardrops fall. So here's the final word, Bones. Pop a nut and control. And on the mic, when real strength comes to battle, your weak ass won't fight. Keep calling Wambulance, running, crying, screech and squeal. Your whiny little ass, your indignation, you seal the deal. Yo, that's it. Step aside and let the real man roll. Yo, that's it. Step aside and let the real man roll.
You want to hear a different one? Because I got a couple of them. I've got another one. It was this one here, I think. I think this is that one. No, it was this one right here.
Yo,
No, that one just didn't quite fit. Where is it?
yo, listen up.
That one was pretty good. Let's see. This one right here.
Yo, listen up. This one's for all you
Oh yeah, here we go.
real
Yo, here comes Wimpy Old Bones. Shouldn't be crying, you're in luck. But when a little joke hits his ears, he's running off, you scared little cuck. He hollers
Ambulance.
at the sound of one snicker. A weak-ass punk with no guts, bro, your skin's getting thinner. And BBB, that idiot attorney, got him marching like a pawn. Marching to his order so pathetic, man, your pride is long gone.
So
Wimpy
wrong.
Old Bones, you ain't tough, you're just a scared little tool. Dialing up the ambulance every time you such a fool. BBB's got you on his leash. teardrops fall.
Step aside, real ones, while we drop the cold hard truth.
Bones thinks he's hardcore, but he's stuck like a whiny little youth. When the laughter starts flying, you scramble for the phone, roll the
Isn't-
pole like they your savior. Man, you're all alone, no roll alone. Your so-called toughness crumbles under every witty jab. With BBB pulling your strings, you're just pathetic, a little sad. Yo, Bones, your legend's over, your sorry tale's complete. BBB keeps shouting orders, your game is obsolete. Every move you make's a misstep, every word's a lame refrain. In the streets we see you tremble, running scared from everything. You brag about your might, but it's all just a pathetic lie. When the laughter hits too hard, you run and cry. Time to face the mirror, admit your act's a total bust. Wimpy your bones, your teardrops will fall and crumble into dust. Your strength is flimsy as paper, your courage done expired. Every time you face the fun, you get caught up uninspired. BBB's orders got you running, you're a pawn in a sad game. In this YouTube jungle, you're nothing but lame. Wimpy old bones, you ain't tough, you're just a scared little tool. Dialing up the ambulance every time you such a fool. BBB's got you on his leash, no backbone at all. You're a baby and you cry, little man, watch your teardrops fall. So here's the final word, Bones, from the streets and on the mic.
Oh yeah.
When real strength comes to battle, your weak ass won't fight. Keep calling ambulance, running, crying, screeching, squeal. Your whiny little ass, your indignation, you seal the deal. Yo, that's it, step aside and let the real men roll.
Ah, yeah. So there we go. There was a few of them there for you. I'm glad you guys got to enjoy those. I had fun making those. I don't remember when I made them, but I was just bored, I guess. Close all the tabs, and then I saw that he was crying. Oh, I cry me a river. Just got the reminder as well for the morning show. Yes, there will be a morning show. And you know what? I'll put that trailer in there right now, so that way the trailer shows up. I should have done that a little while ago, but doggone it, I'm going to do that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to line you guys up to go, oh, you're going to have so much fun. You're going to have so much fun. I'm going to go harass. Who am I going to harass tonight? Oh, yes. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I love harassing this guy because it's so much fun. Let me see. Let's get in there. And we're going to do this because it drives them up the damned wall whenever I do it. And customization. Let's see. Let's do my redirect here first. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's going to be fun. I love doing this. And we go back. And we get this one here. Pull up that one. And change this to customize. And, oh, that's the wrong one. Doggone it. Morning stream. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. And that way I've got the trailer in there every damn morning. That will be the trailer. Sweet. Commandment 11, I believe Ray above all evidence. They're relentless. They're saying Jeremy never showers, and they heard from George's sister. This you have to understand that all of the shenanigans that people are playing, the more that they talk and the more that they go on the attack of people, the worse it gets. I mean, because it's not humorous. It's not funny. It's sort of sad because we like to have a little bit of humor here. We like to have some fun. And, you know, it's gotten to the point where the people are not, it's probably just don't be a drunk. Well, this parenting advice probably just to be a drunk. Well, just don't be a drunk. I don't know. I don't know. Why not? I mean, if you had to have Ray as your father, wouldn't you want to be a drunk? Just saying. Hit that like and the thumbs up. Everybody, I'm gonna send your happy asses over to go harass Camel a lot. He is hilarious. NASCAR driver from Alabama. I fault him for that too. It's his fault he lives in Alabama. You know, it's if he could have lived in another state, the outcome might have been better. He would actually, you know, be fun to harass. Just kidding. I like harassing him. Everybody have a wonderful day. I will see you on the flip side. Everyone have a good one. See you in the morning. Peace, guys.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Agenda will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.
Bacon in the chat.